fishing. That is money. $10,000 boat fish. Boom! You got 3, baby. That's what I'm talking about, huh? Look at that right there!
This week on Elite Fishing Series TV, the tour moved up the coast for the second Texas tour stop of the season to Port Arthur, just an hour east of Houston and on the Texas-Louisiana border. This means anglers will be able to fish waters located in both jurisdictions, but must follow the size and creel limits of the state where they are fishing, putting decision-making at a premium. Hi folks, I'm Pat Malone, host and tournament director of the Elite Fishing Series, where professional anglers compete head-to-head, one angler per boat, without teammate or draw partner. Mano-a-mano is how these pros like to do it. Anglers will battle it out over the next 3 days for a $10,000 check by landing their 3 best redfish per day, measuring between 20 and 28 inches. The top 5 after 2 days of qualifying will move on to fish Championship Saturday. Their weights will zero, and they'll start over in this exciting one-day shootout format. Pros will return all 3 days to weigh their fish indoors at the Bob Bowers Civic Center, with Championship Saturday's conclusion taking place as part of the first annual Elite Fishing Series Outdoor Expo. Let's join Elite Pro Mike Fournette as he talks options and opportunities for this week's tour stop.
We have the jetty system at the end, the Sabine jetties, and you've got Sabine Lake out here in, for the most part, it's a fairly shallow lake. You have anywhere from 5 to 10 foot of water. Then on the northern end, you've got the intercoastal, as well as a river that dumps into Sabine. Sabine River dumps into Lake Sabine.
It's July, it's Port Arthur. What are they going to be doing depending on the conditions?
Okay, let's say it's clear, like you said, back in the ponds or by the culverts or wherever you're going, or even in the lake and you're sight casting. 16th to quarter ounce jig heads with soft plastics are going to be the ticket, as well as spinner baits. Anything that you can present to the redfish, bring it across the nose of their mouth and let them attack it.
We cannot get any of that started until we get these guys in the water, and that's what we're going to do right now. Mike, you ready to launch them?
I'm ready to launch and I'm ready to go fishing myself.
Let's go. Port Arthur, you're on the map and you're on the clock. The Port Arthur Pass would get started early on day 1, with the pros launching at Ancelet's Marina.
I know a buddy with an airboat that is working a job up here, and he called me, saw me go by on the river, so he called me and said if we needed anything, he'd come pull us out. That's one call I sure hope I don't have to make.
Some pros turned toward the Port Neches River, while others headed across Sabine Lake. One thing's for sure, the anglers will have plenty of options and ideas on how they want to fish.
So we got to be stone cold quiet, be at the ready, and when we see the fish, he'll come up, cast in front of them, drag it in front of him, and he's either going to do one of 2 things. He's either going to eat it or he's going to say no.
Gotta have everything ready. Get you.
Anglers are on the water, setting up and getting ready for day 1.
See if we can.
Agitate one enough to come up and eat.
All I'm looking for is 3 5-pounders in here, and that's it.
Jeremy Reeves catches a bull red. Will Granberry fights a bull shark.
It looks like a baby bull shark. So a shark has 3 handles. I handle a lot of sharks on my charter trips with Bay Fishing Port O'Connor there in Port O'Connor. I do a lot of shark fishing. And you never want to grab a shark by the tail.
Tony Viator spreads the bull.
It's not fair. Well, these guys are young enough to be my grandsons. Got better eyes, better reflexes, good backs. It wears on you after a while. I'm surprised that I could even hang with them.
Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back here, Port Arthur, Texas.
McLean Trailers, the official trailer of the Elite Fishing Series.
Sitting here giving this fish a minute, he's just that much over the line, and at the fish like that, it's hard to turn loose.
Welcome back to the Elite Fishing Series in Port Arthur, Texas. Up next, Inside the Tackle Box, presented by Waterloo Rods.
I'm Elite Pro Jeremy Reeves, coming off my big win in Port Arthur. And here are a few of the baits that I use to make that happen. I like throwing the gulp paddle shad. I usually rig it on probably a 1/4 ounce knotty hook or jig head. The other thing is a gulp shrimp. You know, the 3-inch sugar and spice is my favorite. Sometimes I'll downsize to a Johnson Sprite 1/4 ounce spoon. These are just some of the baits that I use on days when things get tough for me. It's kind of my go-to baits, and it really helps me out knowing I have confidence in these baits. And if you don't have confidence when you're fishing, you don't have anything. And sometimes they catch fish that are actually too big. Next time fishing gets tough for you, grab your Berkeley Gulp or a Johnson Sprite spoon. I believe it'll help you out.
Elite Fishing Series Television is brought to you by Tidewater Boats, Yamaha Outboards, Frogg Toggs Total Outdoor Performance Gear, McLean Trailers, Waterloo Rods, Check-It Stick Measuring Boards, Brecknell Scales, the Silver Slipper Casino and Hotel, and our community partners. Day 1 had some great fish caught and brought to the stage, but let's recap now the top 5 after Day 1 heading into Day 2. Will Granberry brought a full 3 fish limit to the stage to get Day 1's weigh-in started, finishing the day in 5th with 17.89 pounds. Baytown Pro Gary Marino found 4th place with 18.12, while in 3rd, it was 20.78 pounds for local pro Jeremy Reeves. Mike Frenette finished in 2nd after Day 1 with 21.19 pounds. Travis Land once again leads after Day 1 with 21.91 pounds. Dawn breaks on Day 2, and the leader Travis Land leads the field out of Ancelet's Marina in hopes of having another solid day that will find him making the cut to fish on Championship Saturday. Anglers in this area have a lot of options, and on Day 2, some fish the river, some the ICW, and some chase schools in Sabine Lake. There's a lot of options and opportunities in the waters in and around Port Arthur. But one thing that's not an option for Bay St. Louis, Mississippi pro Bo Favre is leaving a fellow angler that's in trouble and needs your help.
I guess this will stay charged for you all day. I don't know.
It's the only option I got, you know what I mean? I'll go easy on my power poles. I had my recircle on, I'll turn my recircle off. You got a crescent wrench?
You got 2 cranking batteries then?
Yep. It's probably my fault. I hadn't been plugging my trolling motor in. I mean, I've been plugging the trolling motor charger in and not the...
All right. Let me get my tools. Oh, no.
Kind of ironic. Y'all got the cameras running? Watch this. This is pretty ironic. This morning,
Batteries.
Bo had dead truck batteries, so we were a little bit late getting started because we had to get his truck started. And now here Bo is helping me because my boat won't start because I've run my batteries dead on my boat. So here we sit. It's nice to have friends, and that's what all this tournament stuff. You're all competitive, but we want to compete against each other at our best. You got your key off?
Turn the switch off.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn mine off too for a minute. Go fishing, bud. I got this now.
All right.
See if you caught me. Good luck. Go get him. Keep your head down. You'll catch him.
And just like that, Bo Favre is ready to hit the water once again and continue his day of fishing, and so is his fellow competitor Travis Land. We'll be back with more from Port Arthur, Texas after these messages. Tidewater Boats, the official boat of the Elite Fishing Series.
Just when you thought two of the most reliable Yamaha outboards of all time couldn't get any better, they did. Now with integrated steering, the new F-150 and F-200 are turning up performance with precise, responsive handling, with sleek, modern styling, total tilt for convenience, and Helmmaster EX compatibility for more control and ease of maneuvering. The Yamaha i4 F-150 and F-200, sheer perfection at every turn.
Welcome back to beautiful Port Arthur, Texas. It's time now for this week's Maintenance Matters Tip of the Week, presented by Yamaha Outboards.
My goal every season is to end the year with a perfect prop and skag. That's probably an unrealistic goal where I fish. This is probably the best I've ever ended the season, but it is a great reminder to keep prop maintenance top of mind. Checking your prop at day's end is always a good idea. Even small dings can affect performance, and running a prop with severe damage may also damage your outboard. That's one reason I always carry a spare prop. You also want to check your prop for things like wrapped fishing line, and if found, remove immediately to prevent damage to things like seals. And periodically grease your prop shaft with Yamalube marine grease to make prop installation and removal easy. A lead coat of grease is all that's needed, then replace the prop, nut, and cotter pin, and you're water ready. Yeah, it's that easy. When it comes to achieving peak performance, maintenance matters.
When we left to go to break, Elite Pro Bo Favre had stopped to help fellow competitor Travis land. 2 new batteries was on the order, and Travis was back on the water, and so was Bo. Let's fast forward and head to the Bob Bowers Civic Center to see how Day 2's weigh-in would end up and who would be moving on to fish on Championship Saturday. Anglers dodged thunderstorms most of the afternoon, but arrived safely at the Bob Bowers Civic Center for the weigh-in. It may have been raining outside, but it was nice and dry inside. It's never easy dealing with changing conditions, breakdowns, and all of the challenges these pros face, and still focus on bringing in good fish, like these anglers did on Day 2. Finishing in 5th place and moving on to Day 3 is Bo Favre. 4th belonged to Tony Viator with 35.31. 3rd place went to Will Granberry, who weighed in 38.76. Jeremy Reeves in 2nd with 41.64. And Travis Land once again led all anglers after 2 days with 43.90 pounds. A great field of anglers is now set for Day 3. But before we hit the water, let's celebrate the 125th anniversary of the founding of Port Arthur, and now officially recognized as the Cajun capital of Texas.
Welcome to the Cajun capital of Texas, Port Arthur. Located on the upper Gulf Coast in the heart of the Lone Star State. Arts, culture, and history collide with famous personalities and colorful stories. Did you know legendary queen of rock and roll Janis Joplin was born and raised right here in Port Arthur? Beaches, lakes, rivers, and state parks make Port Arthur the natural choice for everyone. If you love the outdoors, you've come to the right place. With acres of marshland and miles of natural beaches, Searim State Park and McFadden National Wildlife Refuge spotlight camping, fishing, beachcombing, and just about anything you can dream up. Walk the birding trails at world-famous Sabine Woods, positioned on 2 international migratory flyways and known for spring and fall migration. Go for a hike, glamp in a park cabin, or hop aboard a yacht for a sunset sail on Sabine Lake. Paddle or pedal your day away in one of our many marshes, bays, and bayous. Cast a line in our waters. They're known for big redfish, flounder, and trout. At the end of a sunny day spent in the outdoors, stop at any one of our restaurants and taste our local flavor. We're known for spicy Cajun seafood, two-stepping good times, and a whole lot of Southern hospitality. Sip on local brews, bourbon, whiskey, or rum, distilled right here in Port Arthur, where we keep the good times rolling. Head to visitportarthurtx.com to learn more.
There's gonna be a lot of boat traffic today. It's the first nice day with no wind and no rain.
Day 3, Port Arthur, Texas. It's been one heck of a grind. Good group of anglers to compete against today. If the weather holds out, we should have an incredible day.
Had 20-pound average over the last 2 days, and really looking forward to the day.
When we come back, we hit the water with the pros of the Frogg Toggs Elite Solo Tour.
Waterloo rods. Might as well fish the best.
It's early on day 3, but anglers are on the water and getting ready for a big day.
All right, here we are, Port Arthur, Texas. We got our first fish of the live well. He's an 8-pounder. Y'all don't leave your seat.
To be able to see because I'm sight fishing. So what I did is I just turned around and started working back, and I saw the sun actually gave this fish away. He was glowing. I got it.
See where the hook is. The hook's in his mouth on the boating. Oh, in the corner of his mouth. Yeah. As soon as I can get him right. Come here, Dagan. Come here. I don't see. Woo!
Come here, bud. Whoo, what a blessing.
Good fish too. Come on, baby. So I was drifting along and this fish just popped up out of nowhere right in front of me. I casted it out there to him. He missed it, and I just flipped it right there, and I literally was just jigging it right in front of him. And he saw it, and he turned around and came unglued on it. He may be too big, but we're gonna find out in just a second.
It has not been my day. We have pulled off a 7-pounder. We've missed 4 or 5 really good fish. It's called fishing, you know, catch 20 pounds Thursday and Friday and maybe come in with 12 today. So.
Woo, let's hope he measures. Go. Go, go, go.
27. He made the bucket. Going for a ride.
You might need a bigger net. That's awesome, guys. Good luck.
Over 8 pounds, and he is a 16th over the line. You talk about a super important fish. Even if I pick it up just a little bit more. Golly, what do you do? What do you do?
We're going to have to send a picture to the tournament director on this one because I really don't know how to judge that.
Maybe then we'll revisit the 8-pounder, but for now, 5-pounder is going back in. Let's hope it doesn't come back and bite me in the butt. With this fish, I got 19.5 pounds.
The move did end up costing Travis, as his 9-pounder was kicked out at the weigh-in for being just that 1/8 of an inch over the size limit, and 19 pounds would have landed him in second.
Drug it right behind the log. Fish saw it swim out from under the log. He lit up, then stuck up. Paya! Nailed it.
After a very full and action-packed championship Saturday, the top 5 finished in a flurry of catches. They loaded their boats and headed to the weigh-in, where big and loud crowds waited to greet them. Finishing in 5th place, Mr. Bo Frogg. In 4th, Travis Land. In 3rd, Will Granberry. 2nd went to Tony Viator. Congratulations, Jeremy Reeves, for notching your first win on the Elite Solo Tour, and for landing this week's Frog Toggs fantastic finish.
Just notched my first win on the Elite Solo Tour, came away with the championship and the Breaknail Big Red. I don't know if it can get any better than that. Thank you, Port Arthur. It's a great place to visit, great place to be, great place to be from.
Thank you for tuning in and watching this week's episode of the Elite Fishing Series. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to seeing you next time we get together, either on the water or on the web. Official lodging partner this week, Holiday Home Park Central of Port Arthur, Texas. Closed captioning provided by McLean Trailers.